All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to, well, a random versus random matchup. Simmons versus Sock taking place here on Northern Isle. Now, I'm not sure if this is an all the random matchup. I'll have to quickly check once that Altar of Elders is completed, and we will be able to see what that hero icon looks like as the game is already getting underway. Let's quickly just get this game to 8 times speed, see what the hero choices are going to be. No, they are just really playing random, and getting Night Elf versus Night Elf together in this random mirror match. 1 out of 4 chances to get a random mirror match as the Ancient of War, well, taking a little bit of damage and now looking to retreat back. Coming back around, Keeper of the Grove off to the north side here. Both sides very similar. Well, very similar opening strategies. Keeper of the Grove, Treants, that Ancient of War actually tanking a lot more damage than I would normally expect. Wisp maybe needed to be brought over to try and repair, as this creep camp is actually a 5/4/4 creep camp, representing a fairly large amount of damage. And with that large amount of damage, well, need a little bit of extra health and regeneration for that Ancient of War. Keeper of the Grove picks up a potion of greater mana. Meanwhile, this Keeper of the Grove picks up, well, has a clause of attack +5. All right. Creeping obviously in different directions, getting powerful consumables versus static items here, as the Keeper of the Grove of Sock looking to finish off this Ogre Magi creep camp. All right, Simmons now coming back in off from the north here, going to try and perhaps get that last shot there. No, doesn't get the last shot. Sock able to try and retreat away. There goes an entangle onto an archer. Archer could end up getting taken on. Are we going to see a detonation onto that? Yes, we do. The Archer able to survive, trying to get another entangle. Treants are now joining in on the battle, and now there goes another entangle there. Keeper the Grove of Simmons now trying to retreat back. There is another quick detonation, taking down 2 of the Treants. Beautiful play, as we're going to see a final shot off, unable to get the entangle or the final shot there. Simmons going to end up, well, at 12 hit points, nearly gets taken down. Scroll of Town Portal going to whisk all those units away as well. All right, quick reveal right there. Simmons, extremely aggressive straight out of the gate, using the Scroll of Town Portal only to save that low hit point Keeper of the Grove by himself. And now some Treants will be joining in on the battle to try and do a bit of creeping. Sock has to like the position that he's opened himself in. Also, that crystal ball quickly letting him know what his opponent is in fact going for. Being able to quickly, scout out his opponent and know that more creeping most likely is in order. Archer is going to clear up all of these Murloc Huntsmen and Murloc units. A couple of Treants are still getting summoned up, as Simmons does want to get to level 3 quickly. Meanwhile, Sock looking to press his advantage by translating that into an economic advantage. Ancient of Wonders being placed down, and also a Tree of Life. Off to the north here, Simmons going to go ahead and clear out this Ogre Magi creep camp, making sure to get all of those Treants front and center. But that crystal ball really being worth its weight right now, or its item slot, as Sock able to, well, have a sense at where Simmons is going, highlighting and, well, being able to reveal that his opponent is now clearing out that expansion off to the north. Keeper of the Grove gets up to level 3, also picks up a Ring of Regeneration, recovering a little bit of hit points passively in and out of combat. Does slowly add up over time and can be frustrating, as the Keeper of the Grove now makes its way down. All right, level 3 going up against level 3. Both sides going to fight their way through. Simmons does not have a Scroll of Town Portal. He has not repurchased it as of yet, now making his way down. Goblin Alchemist joining in on the battle. We see a quick entangle there, followed by a Staff of Teleportation to get out of a dangerous position. Now, where is that Keeper of the Grove? Keeper of the Grove could try and engage here. Both sides, Alchemist, true mirror match. Acid bomb there on both sides. Both sides suffering quite a bit of damage. Entangles going down, as well as Lightning Shield coming in from Simmons Alchemist as well. All right, standing next to a lightning shield hero can be hazardous to your health, as all of the archers are just simply trying to split and head around every which direction and way. Low hit point archer does have, well, night regeneration, but may not be able to survive that as it slowly ticks down to nothing. All right, little bit of damage still getting added in. Keeper of the Grove gets the final shot off, or Archer gets the final shot off there, as you see the Alchemist fall at level 1 for Simmons. Meanwhile, Sock trying to retreat back with his heroes as well. Archers are getting cleaned up as the entangling of the gold mine for Sock now being established down to the south. All right, crazy hero matchup so far by both sides. Archers are trying to retreat back off to the north. Sock quickly trying to shut down this expansion before it gets too operational, but doesn't have enough mana for any tree, and so that tree of life will be completed. And once it has fortified armor, well, it is much more difficult to get destroyed, as the heroic damage of the heroes just doesn't really seem to add up that much. Keeper of the Grove does not have a Staff of Preservation. Going to go ahead and transfer a Scroll of Town Portal instead. Both sides fighting their way through a little bit, and there they go, being whisked back home. Alchemist going to go ahead and heal up. We are looking at Tree of Ages, no tech, the Tree of Eternity. We are going into the improved bows for improved range and adding in a Hunter's Hall as well. Meanwhile, Alchemist and a Keeper of the Grove using up some Clarity Potions. We should also be looking at Healing Spray here in just a moment, as Simmons clearing off the creep camps off to the north, trying to get to level 2. Healing Ward coupled with well, the Ring of Regeneration, that's going to be difficult to take down. There's some Acid Bomb. Healing Ward finally taken out, only has 5 hit points. Very, very fragile, but keeping that entire army alive and top off as well. Meanwhile, Alchemist trying to retreat back here. And Alchemist with the Ring of Regeneration actually makes a lot of sense, since it has such high hit points and is, well, often in need of a little bit more hit points to try and stay alive. All right, Keeper of the Grove, both sides just exchanging blows a bit back and forth. Expansions both here on Northern Isle. Everything seems to be, well, even throughout this matchup, as we see another Healing Ward getting destroyed there by Sock, making sure that Simmons is not able to, well, able to just capitalize on all of these max hit points archers. Archers do have the improved bow upgrades on both sides, now getting up to 700 range, and perhaps going to try and finish this Ice Troll Berserker off here in just a moment. The Ice Troll High Priest also right behind, level 2 now on that Alchemist, as he looks to perhaps gain a little bit more experience as well. Keeper of the Grove still sitting at level 3. Healing Spray going down. Tree of Ages on both sides. Both sides have expansions that are not very well protected, as, well, trying to take it down, trying to take on an expansion with just archers is not very, very efficient at all, as the archers and the heroes don't deal that much damage to buildings. Null Brute going to get taken down here. Archers now making their way down to the south. Keeper of the Grove finding it, finding a Wisp, going to go ahead and entangle it, forcing a detonation there. Keeper of the Grove wanted to get to level 4, perhaps could have gotten there easily, but Sock, well, aware and the professional player that he is, quickly gets the detonation off in time to deny that bit of experience. Treant's going to join in on the battle. Keeper of the Grove now up to level 4. Level 2 now on the Alchemist of Sock. So a slight hero level advantage for Simmons off to the north here, as the Treants were quickly detonated and destroyed. Healing Spray keeping the army alive once more. And really, it is difficult to keep track of all of the status bar here. Simmons, even though he's on the left, he's actually the top right. Sock, even though he's on the right, is actually the bottom left. But their heroes and their heroes are the same, including their abilities. The only real difference is the items that you see on them. So easy to get confused and distracted. Coming back around, Alchemist, Keeper of the Grove, looking to clear things up here. Arachnid is going to try and spawn a couple of additional skeletal minions, most likely, thereby giving additional creeps to clear up off to the north here. Alchemist is sitting now at level 3, has not chosen a level 3 ability as of yet. Nope. Opt to go for Acid Bomb, and has double rings of regeneration on that Alchemist now. Getting double rings of regeneration on a Demon Hunter, also very, very scary, as anytime you have high agility with high healing on a unit, that unit just doesn't seem to want to ever die. All right. Alchemist now needs to get into that frontline position. And oddly enough, what would help that Alchemist more than anything is to get, say, a Ring of Protection +4 or Ring of Protection +5, making him that much more difficult to take down. Helm of Valor going to get picked up there. That gives, well, strength and agility. I think really that should be given to the Alchemist, since he is going to be more of that frontline hero, as Simmons now scrolls of Town Portal to the back to try and protect this expansion. Here we are going into an engagement. Acid Bomb across all of those tightly grouped together units. That could be a problem. Meanwhile, Scroll of Protection also being used there. Both sides suffering quite a bit of damage here. Healing Spray to keep all of these units alive and well, as the Keeper of the Grove does pick up a Staff of Preservation to whisk any low hit point unit back home quickly and effectively. Alchemist, well, quickly teleported back home. They're going to go ahead and get some Moon Juice to try and heal up, and perhaps with that additional mana, be able to use that healing spray effectively for the remainder of the units here. Mass tier 1 coming in from both sides. Mass archers going up against mass archers. We do see True Shot Aura as the third and final hero coming in from Sock. Tree of Eternity there, and we are also going to be getting Priestess of the Moon and True Shot Aura as well. So that Priestess of the Moon going to represent large amounts of damage. We are also getting into Orb of Venom. So an Orb of Venom on the Keeper of the Grove to rack up a little bit of damage over time as well. Both sides sitting at 65 supply. So these armies are nearly just mirror images of each other so far. All right, more damage getting racked up here. Archers quickly, well, pummeling down that Magnetar Reaver there. Ogre Warriors and Ogre Magi is going to get finished off here. Priestess of the Moon could go for Owl Scout if it, yes, itself also has, well, no, it may be trying to go for, yeah, Owl Scout, and then try and get an Orb of Venom itself. Are we going to go into an engagement here? The Orb of Venom is on Simmons here, as we're going to be going into engagement. Strength and agility on the Priestess of the Moon, going to rack up a little bit more damage. There's Lightning Shield on Simmons here. Entangle, is that Alchemist going to be okay? Does have Unholy Aura, and this is just a crazy battle across the center. Staff of Preservation for the save. Simmons, Potion of Invulnerability on that Alchemist, and you can see how much hit points he is just regenerating over time right there as he gets up to level 4. Yeah, we're going to see a healing spray to try and keep him alive, and the healing ward right there. Both sides constantly healing. That healing ward there, and well, offering a bit of protection for Simmons, but he walked out of it a bit too far and unable to heal up fully. Meanwhile, Alchemist now down to the south here. Keeper of the Grove. We are looking at a couple of wisps nearby. Well, not sure if they're going to do anything at all, as the armies are going to get ready to engage. 71 supply compared to 68. Orbs of Venom. With that damage over time, could end up being the major difference. If the Keeper of the Groves and the Priestess of the Moons have that Orb of Venom, that damage does tend to, well, last and stick a little bit longer, making those targets that much easier to take down. Add in the fact that an Acid Bomb can slowly tick away some of those hit points and actually deal fatal damage, as opposed to the Orb of Venom, which obviously cannot do fatal damage. Coming back around, a little bit more damage. Orb of Venom trying to take down more targets. Archers, arrows are flying across multiple targets there. Meanwhile, Alchemist needs to join back in onto the battlefield. Priestess of the Moon has fallen at level 2 for Sock. I believe that was earlier. Yeah, gonna get resurrected to get back out here onto the battlefield. Meanwhile, the Keeper of, or the Alchemist, still regenerating hit points nicely. Look at that regeneration rate. Very, very, very fast. Remember, Alchemist is also a strength-based hero, so the higher your strength, the higher your base regeneration as well. All right. Where are we heading off to next? That is going to be the question. A little bit more healing spray. Simmons trying to keep all of these archers all topped off, ready to go. 2-0 upgrades on both sides. True Shot Aura level 1 on both sides as well. So archers dealing similar amounts of damage, as we're going to be going into an engagement here. Archers trying to exchange some blows. Acid Bomb being thrown down. A little bit of damage over time, but without real damage over time with those orbs of venom. Archers may be able to stay alive. Both sides still trying to fight and engage. More healing acid bomb going across, negative armor healing spray coming down from Simmons units as well, as both sides still exchanging blows. Simmons being forced to use a scroll of town portal to get back here, and well, we'll be able to teleport back home. Archers getting taken down. Looks like 2 teal archers were taken down. So Sock with those first couple of archer kills. Coming back off to the north, Keeper of the Grove, ready, Clarity Potion, Potion of Healing, Potion of Healing, Wisps already. Archers, well, getting ready once more as well. Priestess of the Moon up to plus 13 damage between the Helm of Valor, Orb of Venom, and True Shot Aura, now making its rounds out again. All right, we still only see 1 orb of venom on both sides. No, I take it back. Sock now having 2 orbs of venom, 1 on the Keeper of the Grove, 1 on that Priestess of the Moon. And that orb of venom does stack from different targets. Tuskar Trapper will get taken down right there. There it goes. Meanwhile, Priestess of the Moon now sitting at level 3 with level 2 True Shot Aura. That is going to be an even bigger damage bonus for the 3-0 upgraded archers. Both sides getting ready to fight here. All right, gonna get ready to engage. We could look at some detonations. Acid bomb finding their targets there. And where are we gonna go to next? Wisp trying to detonate across those targets here as Sock taking a little bit of damage on that Alchemist. Alchemist doesn't have that high armor, does pretty much drain all of those moonwells here, maybe forced to retreat back as the one ancient taken down there. Healing spray trying to keep things alive. No entangle on Simmons Alchemist there as the Simmons Alchemist now looking to retreat back once more. Healing spray coming in from Sock's army as well, as Simmons could be in a little bit of trouble, down to 150 hit points. He gets staffed up preservation back home as well. Meanwhile, well, Priestess of the Moon getting taken down at level 3. So Sock losing a level 3 Priestess of the Moon as both sides exchange blows. Sock losing an Ancient of War off to the front, but that was pretty much a preventative Ancient of War to try and protect the Tree of Life behind it. Tree of Eternity only has 5 minutes of mining left on both sides, and then we will perhaps see those Trees of Eternity uproot. But then Staff of Preservation won't be as useful on that Alchemist, as he won't magically appear next to his own Moonwells. All right, what is coming down here? Well, it looks like a quick resurrection at the tavern here. Meanwhile, Alchemist needs to heal up that Priestess of the Moon. Now remember that Priestess of the Moon actually represents a larger amount of damage, as it gives True Shot Aura a 20% damage increase across all of the army. Staff of Preservation, Staff of Teleportation, Alchemist now back in onto the battlefield here. Priestess of the Moon holding that Potion of Invulnerability, as it is going to be the unit with the biggest target, since it represents the most amount of potential damage across the board. All right, going to go ahead and try and engage here. Healing Spray trying to keep the army alive and well. Level 4 on both Alchemists, as well as the Priestess of the Moons are now both sitting at level 3 too. Priestess of the Moon trying to engage here. Oh, entangle onto the Priestess of the Moon. Priestess of the Moon gets taken down, absolutely quickly killed, entangled, coupled with an acid bomb and focus fire. That Priestess of the Moon had nowhere to go but up. Keeper of the Grove continuing to fire, a couple of rounds back as well. Didn't staff, no. As archers are continuing to engage once more. Priestess of the Moon trying to rack up more damage. Priestess of the Moon getting resurrected at the tavern, joining back in onto the battlefield. But Sock's Priestess of the Moon now with that Potion of Invulnerability, able to still sit in that frontline position and still apply large amounts of damage across the board. Entangle now onto the Keeper of the Grove. Simmons in a lot of trouble here. Is it going to get taken down? Staff of Preservation for the save right there. Item was transferred back over it, but now Simmons, Priestess of the Moon, could be in trouble. 51 supply compared to 47. Alchemist taken down by Sock, however, as it got a little bit too close to the action. Priestess of the Moon of Sock is still here, representing large amounts of damage, now sitting up to level 4 and trying to get in even more kills as the archers now rush back off to the north again. All right, Staff of Preservations, everyone's trying to heal back up. That was an absolute bloodbath by both sides losing quite a bit, losing heroes, and then trying to get back into the swing of things. Alchemist with that Unholy Aura does represent a little bit more regeneration for those archers, as well as the Tree of Life of Simmons may end up getting taken down. All right, healing spray now onto that Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove back up to 367 hit points. It needs to stay alive. Archers are trying to take down that Tree of Life. Tree of Life down to nearly dead. No Nature's Blessing for that bonus armor on Simmons' Tree of Life, and that may have been the difference, not having that additional 5 armor. Meanwhile, Sock does have that additional 5 armor on that Tree of Eternity, as the main gold mines have a little bit less than 2 minutes of mining left. Also, quick thing to note, the expansions themselves are very low on gold. Sock has a gold advantage, but it's not going to hold out for very much longer, as this gold mine is going to be finished mining in about 3 minutes. Simmons sitting at 46 supply compared to Sock's 49. Pretty much even overall, and Simmons knows that he can just, well, all he can really do is hold on and try to stay in no upkeep, maximize the gold that he has, and then perhaps uproot this Tree of Eternity over to this expansion location. Off to the north side here, Sock already setting up a Tree of Life, and this is looking good for Sock. Sock sitting at 50 over 80 supply. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 5. Alchemist of Sock sitting at level 4, but, well, I guess Simmons' upside is that his Alchemist is nearly level 5 already. Are we looking at additional heroes trying to get added in? Sock having a higher level Priestess of the Moon, but Simmons not too far behind either. That even level shouldn't make that much of a difference, as his Priestess of the Moon has plus 24 damage between the Slippers of Agility, Helm of Valor, True Shot Aura, Orb of Venom, and adding in the faster attack speed because of that Gloves of Haste. Both sides firing and exchanging blows. Simmons could get to level 4 here in just a moment. Needs just 1 or 2 more treants. There's level 4 on that Priestess of the Moon. Both sides fighting their way through. Alchemist could try and healing spray himself now that the entangle was already applied to him. Potion of invulnerability at the last possible moment. Only 7 seconds, and he's going to try and heal himself back up while that invulnerability is still there. Up to 300 hit points. He's holding on to that frontline spot. There's an anti-magic potion trying to hold on, as the Keeper of the Grove now being forced to retreat back down. Archers could end up getting taken down. There goes a couple of archers as well. Potion of healing there. Alchemist, regenerating hit points, going to get back up to about 700 hit points before the next engagement, just by, all of that natural regeneration and, adding a couple of healing sprays as well. Level 3 healing spray making a big difference. Staff of Preservation going to teleport him back to all of these Moonwells one last time, as the Tree of Eternity already transitioning over. Down to the south side here, Sock's gold mine only has about 30 seconds of mining more. Meanwhile, Sock has an expansion off to the top left. Little bit of, better play by Sock, a little bit more foresight to take this expansion on the top left-hand side. And if he can get, 1,000 or 2,000 gold out of it, Sock will continue to build on his economic advantage. All right, off to the north here, that gold mine has 2,700 gold. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove looking to finish off this shaman on the bottom right-hand side of the map to try and establish up an expansion if the timing is right. Simmons, however, going to spot this in gold mine here. Are we going to get some gold mined? Yes, we are. We could be going into an engagement. Army coming in from the south side here, perhaps trying to intercept, as well as Simmons wants to stop the expansion but doesn't quite know how to. The Owl Scouts actually providing a lot of crucial information in terms of location and perhaps how they want to engage. All right, 62 supply compared to 55 right here. Armies need to regroup and get together. Treants are down across over here. Are we going to see an expansion try to be established there, as we're going to go into an engagement here? Acid Bomb, level 6 onto the Keeper of the Grove. Tranquility could make a very big difference in the back here. Healing Spray and Tranquility across all of these archers, and that is going to be a big, big win for Simmons there. Tranquility coupled with, Healing Spray, and Simmons Alchemist and a Keeper of the Grove may not get taken down. The big difference is going to be whether or not Sock can get an entangle off onto that Keeper of the Grove, or if Sock can hold back and save that entangle on that Keeper of the Grove. There's an entangle right there trying to go after Archer. There goes Acid Bomb as well. Both sides fighting their way through as there is the engagement there. Healing Spray trying to save some more of those units. There goes an entangle as the Keeper of the Grove could go for Tranquility. The Keeper of the Grove now looking to back up here. Does also have Anti-Magic Potion and trying to summon up some more treants. Doesn't have that much mana any longer. There is Anti-Magic Potion coupled with Tranquility, coupled with Healing Spray. Is it going to keep that Alchemist alive? It is not. Too much damage right there. Tranquility not enough to get the job done as his Healing Spray was cut off. 50 supply compared to 41. Simmons now falling further and further behind. Meanwhile, Sock is trying to keep up his army alive and well. One Archer not standing in that Healing Spray, getting cleaned up by treants. 48 supply compared to 41. It looks like Sock is in massive retreat right now, wanting to get up to level 6. Healing Spray trying to top off that Keeper of the Grove, trying to maximize that damage. Both sides with dual orbs of Venom now as the Keeper of the Grove trying to find the necessary targets as more Healing Spray still going down. Low hit point Archers, more focused fire onto Sock's Priestess of the Moon. Meanwhile, the Priestess of the Moon now of Simmons now getting up to level 5. That represents even more damage as the level 5 Keeper of the Grove of Sock ends up falling. Level 5 Priestess of the Moon. And a level 5 Keeper of the Grove now falling there. Alchemist back out here onto the battlefield. He has Rings of Regeneration trying to heal up hit points, but he's not going to be able to stick around very long. No Staff of Preservation inbound as of yet. There we go. Finally seeing it there as the engagement is there here. All right, Priest of the Moon now of Sock getting up to level 5. This mirror match is just so even as Simmons, lone Priestess of the Moon, trying to go up against a level 5 Priestess of the Moon and a level 5 Alchemist. Unit's going to try to go back the other way as the Keeper of the Grove of the opponent resurrected at the tavern. All right, that bit of additional gold by Sock really translating into quite a bit. Meanwhile, Sock also has the Tree of Eternity on the bottom right-hand side of the map starting to be mined as well. Simmons trying to mine out that 12 o'clock location, and Sock, as long as he plays not too aggressive and doesn't lose his heroes, should have this game. He is out mining his opponent 2-1 and has a sizable hero, a sizable army size advantage as well. 40 supply compared to 26. Sock, well, continuing to teleport all of his units back home, trying to get them refreshed and ready to go again. Alchemist going to be making its way back off to the north side here. Priestess of the Moon could try to get in a little bit of damage. 3 heroes going up against 2 since the Staff of Preservation did split them up just a little bit. Are we going to see a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability? Yes, we are. Tranquility trying to finish off more damage. Priestess of the Moon down to 200 hit points. After that, Tranquility keeps him alive. Entangle not going to be enough. Sock's Keeper of the Grove could end up getting taken down. There goes an Entangle. There goes another dead Keeper of the Grove at level 5 again as Sock, trying to Healing Spray keep his units alive, has not been able to do so. Keeper of the Grove, however, he gets knocked down, he gets back up again. Well, as long as you have the gold, I guess you can constantly just resurrect your hero from the tavern, especially when you are mining from multiple bases and your opponent is about to run out of gold at his main gold mine. 25 supply compared to 44, but all of those hero kills could end up translating to level 6 on that Alchemist. And once level 6 is reached on your opponent's Goblin Alchemist, well, any army on the battlefield just looks like money for your opponent, as he's going to be transmuting perhaps fairly often, even though these archers are, well, rather small targets for that transmute. 27 supply compared to 48. Simmons trying to make something happen here. If he can take down a couple of the heroes, perhaps, once more tip things in his favor. Simmons going to try to engage. There's an acid bomb right there. More damage just getting applied slowly to those units. Entangle now onto the Alchemist here. Are we going to see an engagement? Yes, we are. Keeper of the Grove, trying to entangle and shut down that Alchemist. We see now level 7 on that Keeper of the Grove there, which translates into a little bit more mana. Entangle onto the Archer. Archer could end up getting taken down. This Keeper of the Grove could be in trouble. Simmons is at level 7. Staff of Preservation for the save, as all of their units are now running back off to the north here. Not that many Moonwells there to try and stay alive. Alchemist down to 100 and, well, down to dead, as that is going to be the game. Sock winning the game overall with the lower overall score, but really building up on that advantage as he was getting more and more gold out of that gold mine, being able to keep his units alive And at some point, it felt as though Simmons could have reached critical mass with his heroes. The number of hero kills by Simmons higher, translating to more experience. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.